hiking and treasure hunting here at the Salton Sea in Southern California. If you look behind me, you can actually see the lake. It's enormous. It was created by a catastrophic flood in the early 1900s. There's so much history in this area. To my right, there's a decommissioned Naval air station, and there's also some abandoned tourist spots from the 1950s and 60s. So there's a lot of history here. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna do a little exploring, hiking around, and just enjoying this beautiful area. It's our first time here, so we'll see what we find. And if you guys like today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're in an area where we're not supposed to be driving, so we hopped out of the car and we've just been hiking around, exploring, and we found this. It's just a big chunk of metal sticking out of the sand. I don't know if it was for boats or something to tie their rope around. I'm guessing this location was covered in water at one point, so maybe boats docked right here. I'm really not sure what it is, just a big chunk of metal out here in the middle of the desert. We've been hiking out here for a little bit and we can see our first remnants of the military base. There's a wall over there. These two concrete pieces right here that looks like they were part of some old structure. And then in the distance right there, you can see the dock. That's where we're gonna bring our magnets over there and do a little magnet fishing near that dock. I was walking up to look at these huge bird's nests in these trees. Those are pretty cool. And I'm seeing a big chunk of wood right there. There's also a couple wooden posts over there. And I even found this unfired blank round. So there's a lot of evidence of heavy traffic out here. There's a lot of potential for treasure hunting. We made it to the base, and as you guys can see, this base was huge. There's quite a few old structures out here. You can see a couple of them are right here, and then some old concrete structures out that direction. I just wanted to show you guys this sign. It goes to show that metal detecting and treasure hunting can be dangerous at times. Especially at this military base, it says there could be unexploded ordnance. So we're just gonna be really cautious if we find any potential bombs or things that look like grenades. And we'll make sure to call 911 like it says. But there are hazards associated with treasure hunting. I was looking around a little bit and I found a bunch of broken bottles. This one's pretty cool actually. It looks like an old alcohol bottle. I'll make sure to pick up some of this glass. Just try to clean up as much trash in the area as we can. This is the old slipway we're walking down right now. They would do training out here. Seaplanes would come and land on the water and they would actually drop bombs. I don't know if you guys can see over in the distance, there's a metal structure out in the water. That's what they would aim for. So we're gonna walk down here and kind of off the dock if we can, or as close to the water as we can get, and we're gonna throw the magnets and see what we can find. Wow, this stuff is crazy out here. As you guys can see, we made it to the Salton Sea. Historically, it's known to be pretty discolored and brown, but it actually looks really nice today. There's some birds floating out there. And as we get closer to the water, the temperature has actually gone down a little bit. This is my first magnet toss of the day. Let's see what we can find. Nothing. Gonna keep tossing it. No luck yet. We're gonna toss the magnet in this little spot right here and see what we can find. We've been driving around, exploring, and we saw some cans right off the side of the road. So we hopped out to check them out. There's a few here on the surface. These are probably from like the 60s or 70s. This one's pretty cool. There could be more buried. People would camp and bury their cans. If there are some buried, they'd be in much better condition than these ones. These have been sitting in the sun and probably beaten by the wind and whatnot. But it doesn't seem like many people have been out here exploring because these are just sitting right on the surface. So right over there is the Naval Air Station that's up against the Salton Sea, and Highway 86 is right there. This is some land in between it. We walked about 100 yards that direction and the same out that direction, and this whole area is just littered with those old cans. So we've been just exploring around here a little bit. We actually found this cool Budweiser beer bottle. It's not that old, it's from 1984, but it has a little USA Olympic symbol right there. It's a pretty unique bottle, so I'm actually gonna keep this and add it to our collection. If you're into seashells, the ground out here is actually littered with them. We have a can right here, a can partially buried right there, and then even over here by this bush we have another can. We're actually on the opposite side of the road that we were last time, and that just goes to show that this place really is littered with cans all over. Maybe some of the old military guys would come out here and drink after a long day of working in the desert. We drove about 10 minutes down the road and we actually found this really nice gas station with a few nice places to eat. We didn't find much magnet fishing, so we decided to stop here, get some gas and something cold to drink. It's actually about 106 degrees out today. We were getting very hot out there. So we're just gonna stop here for a little bit and then we're gonna continue down the road and find a new place to magnet fish. We're just doing a little driving now. We're actually driving through Salton City. We're still driving around Salton City. We're on Seaview Road. There's this no trespassing sign, but we saw this cute little bridge, so I'm just gonna walk up as close as I can to get a view of it without breaking any rules. We're driving to a new location and we just pulled off the highway. You guys can hear the cars in the background. We just wanted to check out this area. We noticed this really cool geology over there. And we saw these two signs. I guess it's an area where you can ride ATVs and different off-road vehicles. So that's cool. They got some rules on the sign right there. If you're into geology at all, there's some really cool rocks around here. This one kind of caught my eye. I think it's dolomite. I'll have to ask my camera guy. He's the one that's more into it. And I saw this one. It looks like a piece of sandstone. If you feel it, it feels really cool. There's some really neat stuff out here. We left Salton City and we're on our way out to Obsidian Butte right now. And I just wanted to pull over and show you guys. There's a few big power plants out here. This is one of them. And then this field is full of birds, these interesting little birds. There's a whole bunch of them right here. They might all fly away if I get too close, but I thought they were pretty cool looking. There they go. We pulled over to this little area and we found a few glass bottles and some beer cans, some newer trash that we're gonna pick up. And this is the first piece of obsidian we've seen right there. And then over there, there's some, I think it's called basalt. So we're seeing a lot more cool rocks.
Sticking through right here. Look,
He said there's
that's cool.
A bone over here.
Nice.
Oh, there is right there.
Whoa.
That's interesting.
What are you?
It's been worn
Big
so
bone.
so smooth.
Oh, you got more glass here too.
Yeah,
Stuff all over the place.
I saw that green bottle over there.
Bottles, you see that?
Oh, that is pretty
I
cool.
don't know how new it is, how old it is. There's just stuff everywhere out here. Ooh, it's hot.
This is another area where the further we walk back, the more stuff we keep finding. There's a ton of bottles out here. This is a really cool one. It has a really neat design on it. And then there's another bottle over here I saw. Now they may be newer, I'm not sure, but they look really cool. They have neat designs. They could be collectible, so we're gonna take these with us. It's obvious they've been here for a while. This is where I just pulled that bottle from. They're just out here baking in the sun. So this area behind me was obviously covered in water at one point. A lot of it has been drying up. And this is part of the reason that the lake has such a bad reputation in Southern California. You know, it's known for being really dirty and gross. But actually today, everywhere we've been has been really beautiful. It's been great for treasure hunting. We've found cool things in every location that we've stopped at. No matter what level of fitness you're at, you know, it's really not bad for hiking or anything. And there's a lot of convenience stores and gas stations along the way if you need to stop. Overall, it's been a great experience, and I mostly just want to bring awareness to the area. It really is a great place to come, a great place to treasure hunt. It's beautiful in its own way, and you know, more people should know about it. We're about to start our hike up Obsidian Butte, but I wanted to show you guys this artwork first. You know, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. I don't know if they were going for like SpongeBob or something, but it's pretty sick. This is the hill we're about to start hiking up. We're making our way up this hill. We watched a video online and it said the best time to come visit the Salton Sea is actually between the months of October and May. So more in the winter. We're out here in the middle of August, and I did check the temperature. It's about 109 degrees out right now. So it is pretty warm, but it's manageable. We're making it through. All this rock around me is igneous rock. I don't know if you guys can see the pieces. The igneous rock is also known as volcanic rock. We've seen some pieces of basalt and scoria around here. a great view from up here. And we're gonna look around and see if there's a cool piece of obsidian that we can take home with us. We made sure to do our research online and they did say it's okay to take some home. All the rocks out here in the landscape looks like it's straight out of some sci-fi alien movie. But we're looking around, we saw these two concrete structures out there, and we're thinking about taking the metal detectors and seeing what we can find over there. We keep getting distracted by all the different rocks around. This is a piece of scoria. It looks totally different than all the other rocks in the area. Scoria is the type of rocks that people will cover their lawns in a lot, or sometimes seen them in the bottom of grills. So we've been out here rock hunting. We found a few great samples of obsidian here. We'll only keep a few of the bigger ones and we'll leave the rest for other people to find. Someone was obviously drinking out here and they decided to throw their can on the side of the road. What is aluminum right now? About 2 cents a can? Well, thanks for the free money. If you're looking to get your kids into geology, you gotta consider bringing them up to Obsidian Butte. There's so many different types of rocks up here. This is a huge piece of obsidian right in front of me. I've never seen anything like this as an adult. We've been detecting out here for about an hour. We found a few things here and there, but we had a pretty good signal right here. It sounded like something big though. We knew it'd probably be a can, and we pulled this out. Beach cliff sardines. It's pretty awesome that we can pull something out in a hole this deep and it still looks this good. We can read the writing on it.
I just googled it and it's they still sell it. So who knows how old it is?
Yeah.
Still cool.
So we metal detected for about an hour. We did find a penny. It's just a newer Lincoln penny. And our best finds are probably either this sardine can or one of these fishing weights right here. We got 5 of them. Who knows? One of them could have been Frank Sinatra's fishing weight back in the day. He was trying to catch some of the tilapia in the water out here. But one thing is for sure, this area is pretty untouched and there's a lot of metal detecting potential out here. This is all the trash we picked up today. We got some cans and bottles over here in this bucket, a bunch of stuff in here. We also put the magnets in the bucket because they were all wet from magnet fishing. And then we have our good finds over here. All the bottles we're keeping with cool designs, and the stuff we found magnet fishing, and the rocks that we picked up at Obsidian Butte. Thank you so much for watching this video and following us on our adventure around the Salton Sea. If you guys want to learn more about the Salton Sea, we are going to put some links in the description below this video. Our main goal today was to raise awareness to the problems associated with the Salton Sea, but also to paint it in a different light because it really is a beautiful area to come and explore, and there's a lot to do around here. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to hit the notification button to stay up to date.